I have really bad breath in the morning.
Ew.
Dirty scumball.
Everything they stand for makes me sick.
It's the Cooper and Anthony Show.
I gotta get this whole Leonardo DiCaprio thing off my chest. We haven't discussed this yet, but as the story is building about Leonardo DiCaprio, I just thought that we should discuss it at this point.
What'd he do now?
I love that you don't even know this.
I don't know. You know what? I feel good that I don't know this. I shouldn't know this. Okay? My life is not consumed by what he does.
Right, I know that, but you're in the world of pop culture and celebrity entertainment. And here's the thing. I have a really good friend who's always been, she knows everything about pop culture, music, celebrity entertainment. She used to work at a big record label. Then she left, and now she works for a sports team. I will bring something up to her and be like, oh, did you see what happened to blah, blah, blah? And she'll be like, who's that? What? You don't know who Zendaya is? What? You don't know who? It's amazing to me how she is just completely out of the loop. She's like, sports, she can talk about. But if I mention a celebrity that isn't like uber famous, she has no idea what I'm saying. You, my friend, are in this industry. You should know that Leonardo DiCaprio just broke up with yet another woman as soon as she turned 25.
Right. She blew out the candles and he said bye.
Right. Yeah. And of course, it was a big joke. Everyone posted memes. You know, if you go to Know Your Meme, that's the whole Leonardo DiCaprio thing. So kind of interesting. This is why. So it's amazing all the think pieces and all the deep dives that like Slate, Jezebel, Dig, everyone's doing like a deep dive into Leonardo DiCaprio. So much so that one place actually has a chart of Leonardo DiCaprio's age and his girlfriend's ages. And what you see is you see his age from 24 to 44, even though he's 47 right now, 24 to 44, and then you see the girls' ages up, down, up, down. So for example, when he was 24, he was dating an 18-year-old. I'm sorry, a 19-year-old. He was dating Gisele Bundchen, who at the time was 19.
5-year difference. Okay.
Okay, not bad, right? Then when he was 29, he started dating Bar Raffaele, who was 23. So now we got a 7-year age difference. Okay.
That's still fine, though. They're both in the 20s. That's good.
Okay. Then when he turned 35, he started dating 21-year-old Blake Lively. So now we're getting a bigger age difference.
She can drink. She can vote. That's fine.
Yeah. Erin Heatherton, another model, of course, started dating her. And then literally, like, first of all, he was 37. She was 22. The minute she turned 25, done. And he was on to Tony Guerin, then Kelly Roebuck, then Nina Ogdal, who, you know, eventually ended up with Adam Levine. And then, I don't know who she's with now, but like, there was all this big like back and forth stuff between Adam Levine and Leonardo DiCaprio, and they were both like kind of shuffling Nina Ogdal back and forth. But the difference is when he was with Nina Ogdal, she was, I think they started dating when she was 24. He was 42. So now the age difference is getting bigger. Then he started dating his current girlfriend he just broke up with, Camila Morone. She was 20. He was 43. She turned 25, he dumped her. So each one of so he keeps getting older, but the women stay the same, like age-wise.
That's what I love about these high school girls, man. I get older, they stay the same age.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
You ever see those photos of Jamaica, the Bahamas, where everybody pulls the boat up to each other and there's like 17 boats and people just partying and jumping from boat to boat and all that.
They do it in Cabo. Yeah, I've seen that.
And doing shots off the body and no shirts and just a big party. That's what I picture in my head when I think of his life. He's just on a boat partying
constantly.
Here comes the next 19-year-old. Oh, she's hot. But you know what?
Right.
The one behind her, just as hot. The
Just
one
as
behind
hot,
her,
right.
So.
Right. And he's Leonardo DiCaprio, and you just keep picturing him from Wolf of Wall Street. And I listen, I get that. And he loves that image. However, here's what's interesting. So our generation, the Gen X generation and the millennial generation both grew up with Leonardo DiCaprio as kind of like the sex symbol. You know, we've always looked at him as like a sex symbol. The problem is, now that he's 47, he wants to date Gen Z girls. But Gen Z girls are not interested in Leonardo DiCaprio. Slate did a really interesting piece today where after Leonardo DiCaprio broke up with this girlfriend of his and everybody made fun of him for weeks and it was this big joke and whatever, they actually asked a bunch of like kind of hot 20-something, like 18 to 20-something year olds what they thought of Leonardo DiCaprio.
That's right.
Let's see, they asked this, and they have pictures of the girls. Let me just tell you, they're all women that like Leonardo DiCaprio would like kill to date because they're all beautiful. Yeah, they're all stunning. Yeah, right, and they should be models, but they're not. So they asked this one girl, Mimi Walters, 21, Orlando, Florida, what she thought of Leonardo DiCaprio, and she goes, "Is he the guy from The Matrix?"
Shut the fuck up.
Yes. Next.
Right. No, that's Keanu Reeves. Okay, then they asked Emma Smith, another just beautiful girl. She said, "I've never seen Titanic. I don't really see him as super relevant, but the news about his dating habits like caught my eye and I went to look. He's gross."
I fucked her goddamn brains out.
Yeah, and he could be banging her tomorrow night.
No, no, that's what I'm telling you. He's gross. This 19-year-old girl, she said, he's 3 years older than my dad.
I made $49 million.
I look at people like him, like Tommy Lee. Tommy Lee, the drummer for Motley Crue, he's 50-some years old, married a 20-some-year-old. Every 5 seconds, they're on Instagram. She's got him in the background in Instagram. She never puts that phone down. The phone's in the hand. She's taking selfies. It's got to drive him nuts. So I look at that and go, that's what you get, Tommy. You know, you wanted a hot chick, a hot younger chick. There's things you have to put up with. You got to go to Coachella. You got to take selfies. You got to be in every one of their TikToks. Yeah, they all have the selfie stick and they're walking. Yeah, you got to put up with that. If that's the kind of girl you want, play that game.
You know what's so funny about that? I remember when people would say stuff like when they saw like an older guy dating a younger girl, they'd be like, well, what do you guys have to talk about? Or, boy, you have such different taste in music. It's like, that's no big deal. The lifestyle now is so different between a Gen X Leonardo DiCaprio, who's 47, and a Gen Z, who's like 18 right now. 18 and 47 are really different. When we were younger, 18 and 47 was just like, it was like a difference in music and a difference in like cultural references, but lifestyle wise, like we all went to the movies and we all watched the same TV shows. It wasn't a big difference. But you're right. The Gen Z kids constantly TikTok, their phones, all of that. I have never seen Leonardo DiCaprio on a phone. In fact, if you go to his Instagram, the whole thing is only about climate change. There's nothing where he's like...
got a flip phone.
Pick up the phone and start dialing.
Guarantee it. he has no reason to have...
a total brick,
Yeah, he doesn't have the new iPhone. He doesn't need it. Because you know why? He's got a yacht. He doesn't need anything but a flip phone. But the thought of me going to Coachella with a 20-year-old sickens me. So, but he lives that lifestyle. So good for him. If he can do it, hats off to you, buddy. But
well, I don't know that he can. That's what I'm saying. I think the Gen Z girls are not into him. I don't think he's the star in their world that he used to be. And think about it. If you're a hot model, if you're a 19-year-old model, and you can date anybody, why wouldn't you go after like Zac Efron or Jacob Elordi or somebody that is like younger and
Zach
way
is even
hotter?
Getting too old. He's almost aging out of that.
No, he's like 37.
Yeah, he's old.
I know, but compared to Leonardo DiCaprio, who's almost 50, no, that's a very big difference. That's what I'm saying. If you are a young model who wants to date a Hollywood star, you're going to go after the Hollywood stars in their 20s and 30s. Why would you go after, I mean, unless you're going to go for Brad Pitt, which I got to tell you, at 60, he's still fucking hot. I think that's how old he is. I have no idea. that's the thing that's really weird about it. So what does Leonardo DiCaprio do? So he breaks up with his girlfriend because she turned 25 and aged out. And where does he go? He goes to New York. Why? It's Fashion Week.
No. Time to go shopping.
And that's the crazy, exactly, yes. Everybody else at Fashion Week, like all my friends who are there and like the couple shows that I went to, like I'm there to see the clothes. I'm there to see what everybody else is wearing in the audience. He's literally, he's looking at the models, not the clothes. As the models are walking down, he's like, okay, number 7 and number 4. But I think what he's finding, from what I've heard from all of my New York sources, is exactly what I'm saying, that they don't know who he is, and if they do, he's an old man to them. So instead, he is quote unquote getting to know Gigi Hadid.
And you know what that means. She's going to be on his boat in Jamaica doing body shots next week.
Well, no, because here's the thing about her. First of all, she's 27. So she's already older than any girl he's ever been with. She has a baby.
A senior citizen.
She's a senior citizen. She's also a mom. He's never dated a mom before. She has a baby with Zayn Malik, from One Direction. So she's like, she was married. She has a baby. She's a mom at 27. Do you know what I mean? Like she's the mogul. Like I'm really surprised that she would date him, but I don't know. The rumor in New York is that they've been quote unquote getting to know each other. So at a lot of the Fashion Week stuff, she's there modeling, obviously. They have been seen hanging out at a bunch of Fashion Week parties.
I'm talking Giorgio Armani, Gianni Versace, Coco Chanel.
I think it's going to hit him really hard. I think once he turns 50, he's going to realize that even though he's Leonardo DiCaprio, a 20-year-old model didn't want you.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
Hey, you know what time it is, right?
Well, talk, man.
It's the Cooper and Anthony Show.
We've talked about this before, but it's happening again. Miley Cyrus going to court.
Oh, why this time?
Facing a copyright infringement lawsuit over posting a photo of herself on Instagram. She's being sued by the photographer Robert Barbara, who took the image, then sued her on Friday in a California federal court over using his photo of her.
Right.
He took the photo. She posted it because she liked the photo on her Instagram. He's suing her. So is that cool or not cool?
Well, here's the problem. He's a paparazzi. That's what they're saying. So it's one thing if he's a professional photographer and they take professional photographs of you, like, this isn't this guy. That's his thing. Like, this isn't the first time. He sued Dua Lipa for the second time. He sued her twice for this exact same thing. He's a paparazzi who goes around taking photos of celebrities, and he tries to sell those photographs. Technically, they are his photograph, even though they are of
her face.
Yeah.
We have photos of you and I on Getty Images. So if I posted those photos on my website, they could sue me.
That's right, because
But
they
it's
belong
me
to
and
Getty.
you.
I know. They don't belong to us.
But our face does. So then we should fight that they shouldn't be able to post our face on their site.
Right. This is going to get thrown out of court because this guy, this is what he's famous for. He doesn't make that much money as a paparazzi.
Oh, no.
He has sued Ariana Grande. He sued Justin Bieber. He sued, like I said, Dua Lipa twice, Ariana Grande twice, and every single time it gets thrown out of court. But the cases get dismissed because she is a famous person who's out there in the media. People are going to photograph her. She can post whatever she wants to. Technically, it's your photo, but you know what? That same day, because he's a paparazzi, 20 other people took her photo.
Right.
You know, that's why it keeps getting thrown out of court, because she's out in public. It's different if she actually did a photo shoot with him, if they had a contract, if she agreed to do a photo shoot, if she went to his studio, or they had they were doing a photo shoot for Gucci or something, then she doesn't own the photos. But a paparazzi taking your photo on the street without your permission if you find the photo and like it and you post it, tough shit. I'm telling you, that's what this guy does. He is known for suing celebrities.
We had a copyright claim today against us because one of the bits that we did on our show here is the top 500 songs of all time. One of my stupid things that I brought.
Stupid lists, yeah.
Yeah, one of my stupid lists. So Sony said, you got to take that down or we're going to sue you.
Because we use their music.
We use their music. So I had to take it down. So I'm like, I'm not even playing this game. Take it down. Screw them.
Right.
But that song wouldn't have seen the light of day unless we played it. We gave them an extra play.
Right.
We might have, and we're all over the world. So somebody in India might have said, hey, I like that song. I'm going to go buy that song. Mm-hmm. But if we didn't put it in there, they would have never heard it.
Yeah. I mean, if they took us to court, we could argue that. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but the thing is, here's the bigger thing. What are they going to sue us for? We're not making any money. Sue us for everything we have. You know, we're an LLC. The LLC is worth nothing.
Yeah.
So
squeeze that
go
rock.
for it. Yeah, sue us. You know what? You should have left it up and let them sue us. We could have made international news.
No, we
Two
had
people
72
that
hours.
don't make a dime.
We had 72 hours to either take it down or fight them. And I'm like, I'm not even going down that road. So the problem is they go to our podcast person and they can take us down.
Oh, that's the
From
bigger issue.
that.
Yeah, like Spotify, whatever. We don't want to be taken down from Spotify. Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah. I mean, you know, on the other hand, kind of flattered we got their attention.
Thanks for the no. I don't even want to, because I know how record companies work, and I don't even want to go down that road.
And the funny thing is, I've got a friend who is married to the guy at, oh my God, is it Sony? You know what? I think that's my friend's husband who sent you that letter. I think that's what he does for a living. Yeah, that's his job, to go after people who illegally use their music. But I thought we're allowed to use like 10 seconds of it.
I probably used longer. Who knows?
Okay.
Yeah, and nobody knows the exact time that you can use. So I don't even deal with that crap anymore. So if you hear music now, like beneath what we're talking right now, I made this music.
Right.
So it's made by me.
Right.
So-
Or you should get like public domain music, like just
No,
Happy
I make
Birthday.
my own.
Just play Happy Birthday under everything that we ever do.
Just nonstop happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Anyway, Leonardo DiCaprio's dick. Happy birthday to you.
Ring around the rosy.
And then I saw this ass, really big fat ass. Oh, I have a new
London
thing I'm
Bridge
following
is
on
falling.
Reddit, by the way. Remember I told you about my Reddit thing?
Yeah.
I found a new thing on Reddit. Oh, I forgot what it's called. I think it's like white girls with big asses. It has a name. It's like PFW or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so it's big ass women. It's white women. Big ass white women.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Yeah, and they have these giant asses. You belong in a zoo. And they're kind of hot, some of these women. You smell like a monkey.
And now, without further ado,
It's the Cooper and Anthony Show.
She doesn't even go here.
Saturday Night Live fired a bunch of people in the past couple of weeks. I don't know that Saturday Night Live is so relevant, but I think it's interesting. They keep trying to bring in new people to save the show.
Mm-hmm.
So they have 4 new people they're hoping will save their show, basically. And it's funny, we actually have a friend who writes for SNL. She is really funny. So we were sure when they announced that they were going to have new cast members, we thought Rosebud Baker would definitely be one of them. She's one of our neighbors. We know her through our friend Jeff. Like, we've known her for years. She's really funny. But I think that as a writer, they need good writers. And I think they're afraid that if they throw her on camera too soon, she's only been there like a year. You know, it's not like she's been there for many, many years. I think if they throw her on camera too soon and she doesn't resonate with the audience, they're going to lose a good writer.
I wonder how they work that out, because some writers go on camera and some don't. It's like Conan never was on camera.
Right.
He was behind the scenes, but you have people like Michael Shea, who's on camera and a writer. So I wonder how they make that determination.
Well, they go by if you have improv background. So they used to go by if you had stand-up background, then they did improv for a while. Now they want somebody that could create characters. I think when you audition for SNL, when you sit there, Lorne Michaels is looking for not just someone who's funny, but somebody who could create a character and do something memorable and wacky. So of the 4 new people, which will play you some of their stand-up, are any of these people memorable is the question. So the first kid is named Marcelo Hernandez, and he's one of the people that was announced as a new SNL cast member. Here he is on TikTok.
Snapchat is the only communication platform where this is a message.
He's making a silly face.
That is a message on Snapchat. You go,
Dumb face.
someone has to respond to that now. But the cool thing about Snapchat is that it disappears, right? Snapchat is maybe like the first step in the communication journey. Like, I don't want to have your phone number. Let's just Snapchat so that if we never talk again, there's no records of us even talking at all. If I was like, I've been Snapchatting this girl lately, you would be like, oh, so it's not serious. If I tell you I've been FaceTiming a girl lately, you go, when's the wedding?
Yeah, okay, so that's one of his TikToks. I sent you 2, but that one we got a good sense of who he is. That's Marcelo Hernandez. He's funny. He's funny. He's funny. He's cute.
Now it won't stop.
What's happening now? He's funny. He's cute.
I'm going to do this different.
What's happening now?
Once you play something on TikTok, it doesn't stop. It just keeps going, and there's no way to stop it. You just have to shut the shit down, and that's what I did.
You got to shoot your computer or throw it out the window.
Right. So now I'm going to play it off my phone because I think I can stop it then.
Okay, so the next new cast member is a comedian named Molly Carney. And I don't know if it matters, but Molly is a they-them. So I think that's interesting because I don't think they've had a they-them cast member yet. I think Molly's the first.
First 2 people I decided to come out to are my 2 brothers, because they're my boys, y'all! And it was before Uber, so I said, hey, fellas, get in the van. Mom's driving us to the bar. I got something to tell you. And we blacked out, so the only thing I kind of remember saying to them was I grabbed their necks, and I said, brothers, I like my bagels like I like my boobies, and that's 2 at a time. In my hands, and then I squeezed their necks real tight. So I had to come out to them again properly the next morning.
She's bold. Like, I like that her personality is big. She's not one of these comedians who's like, hey guys. No, she's in your face. When I came out to my brothers, I like her whole vibe. It's very Fortune Femster. You know, she has that very in your face, bold, I'm about to tell you a great story. So she looks like somebody that maybe could handle characters who could be memorable. So possibly Molly might be one of their keepers. Michael Longfellow is the next. And I have to tell you, I sent you his video and then I had to remember which one he was. He's not even memorable from the time I hit send on the email till right now while I'm talking to you.
Pee-wee's crazy because you're just this kid that likes baseball and the color orange. And then you wake up one day and you're like, I'd fuck that couch. It's weird. I'm gonna fuck that couch though.
That's what I mean. He's a good writer, but he's handsome, and it's hard to find good-looking comics. I don't know if you've noticed, but a lot of them aren't very good-looking. And the last one is Devin Walker. And Devin has been featured in Vulture. There have been profiles written up on him, so he's been around for a minute, and apparently, people love him.
Y'all, right around the time I learned how to read, they put up a sign in my neighborhood that said, caution, deaf child at play. And I was scared of deaf kids for 5 years. Because now, as an adult, I can understand what they were trying to say was hey, if you're driving through this area, be careful. There's a kid who cannot hear you. But at the time, I took it as a beware of dog type situation.
Oh, no.
And I thought that there was some sort of a silent predator roaming my neighborhood, looking for recently literate black boys. Wasn't gonna be me. No.
He's got the personality, like you could see him playing characters and being funny, kind of like Chris Redd, but he also has good stand-up and he's a good writer. Remember, they all have to write as well. So I think it'll be interesting to see, of these 4, who makes it.
They have 4, maybe 5 too many now. When you watch the opening for Saturday Night Live, it goes on for a good 45 minutes. Kate McKinnon! It keeps going on and on and on. They need less people, not more people.
No, so 4 people left and 4 people got fired. So there's 8 less people.
Oh, so they're replacing 8 with 4.
Right.
So the opening will only be 40 minutes, not 45 minutes.
Exactly. It's not going to be an hour and a half. It's going to be like maybe 35 minutes.
Am I the only one that watches that and goes, I don't even know who that is?
You mean the comedians?
Yeah, no. When they do the open for Saturday Night Live, you go, I've never seen that person before. When they name them, it's like, well, they're on the show, never seen them.
There's a lot of people like that, but I think that's the problem. A lot of people are not memorable. But then there's Adie Bryant, who in my opinion is the real star of the show. She and Kate McKinnon were the real stars of the show, but now they're both gone. I don't know. Like, there's a couple of people that have left that either some of them left on their own accord, some of them were fired before their contracts were up, which, as you know, is a real fuck you. We're not even going to wait for your contract to be up. We're letting you go. And the thing is, you and I, if somebody fires us, I guess maybe somebody in the industry might know about it, but it's not national news. When you get fired from SNL, everybody knows about it. So your next job, you're Ellen Cleghorn. Like, I'm sorry, you're not getting another job anytime soon.
But somebody like you that grew up in the Saturday Night Live world because you watched it all the time, you've been to Saturday Night Live tapings. When is the last time you've actually watched it when it was on?
That's the problem. When I watch SNL, I don't watch the skits anymore. I just wait for the musical guest because it's a musical guest I want to see. So that's the only time that I will tune in. If they have a musical guest that's like somebody really cool or somebody, I think honestly the last time was when Lil Nas X was on. And I think I watched his performances and then I didn't watch anything else that happened on that show. I do watch Weekend Update. So I watch the musical guest and Weekend Update because I think Colin Jost and Michael Che are fucking brilliant. But other than that, they're out of ideas. The show's dumb. And the thing is, they're bringing in a younger audience because they're trying to keep up with, like young people things. Like, Tinder, Reddit, whatever. But they don't do bits about that stuff. They do stuff like, people hanging out in a bar, or it's always the same thing over and over. You have to really like the character. At some point, the show's going to be over. They're going to announce that SNL is no more. It's like that bar or that place in your neighborhood that you grew up. It's always been there, and then COVID hit, and now it's gone. You're like, oh my God, I can't believe Freddy's is gone. Like, I grew up with Freddy's, but Freddy's Pizza, gone.
Yeah, what I would do is I would record it. It would just populate on my DVR. And then the next day, I would read about it. If there was anything good, I'd go back and watch it. So there would be something in the news that this bit was great, or on Reddit, somebody was talking about a bit they did. But I would not go back and just watch it.
Okay, so you can watch those clips online. If someone says this clip is good, you could just hit play and watch it online. You still have a TiVo?
I don't anymore. Up until 6 months ago, I did, but I don't anymore. Yeah, I had it. It was part of Dish Network. And a DVR thing. But I cut that off because there's only so many times you can watch Sweet Home Alabama on TV.
Right. I don't know anybody that has a DVR anymore. And you know me, I was a cord cutter 10 years ago, 15 years ago. I haven't had full cable in a really long... Since they invented the Apple box, I haven't had cable. So, the downside... But, the downside is that there's shows that happen that are not available that I can't watch. But that's okay. There's plenty to watch. And this is the golden age of television is what they're calling it. TV is way better than movies these days.
But my problem is now, I love having the Paramount app and the
Disney
Hulu
Plus,
and all that. I love having that. But it's like tonight, I sat down, I wanted to eat dinner, and all I wanted to do was watch something on TV. And the stupid thing, It starts Hulu, then you close Hulu down, then Netflix comes on, you stop Netflix, and Hulu pops back up. It's this is not a perfect world, even close to the way it should be.
That sounds like a you problem. I've never heard that before.
It was freaking out. I kept going, stop. No, stop. And I got to get up and unplug the stupid thing and then plug it back in and hope it resets. But it's not easy. There's nothing easy about it right now. I think in 5 years it's going to be. Right now it's not.
It's super easy.
It's not.
And you are one of the people out there that needs to. You should not have cut the cord. You should go back to having a DVR, Grandpa.
I think about it, but it's like $100, and I don't want to spend $100 to watch Men in Black again on TBS.
Right. Yeah.
And there's only so many times you can watch South Park on Comedy Central because that's all they play.
Yeah, they play South Park and Seinfeld. That's it.
That's it.
That's how you know what time it is. It's like I can't see a watch anywhere. Like my phone's charging, whatever. I can't see what time it is. Oh, what's Comedy Central playing? Oh, South Park. It's still morning.
Seinfeld. It's after 6.
They're not freaks. They're people, just like you and me.
You're right. It's the Cooper and Anthony Show.
You guys suck!
On Jeopardy, the category that everybody fails at is sports.
Yeah, that's true.
Anything sports, forget it. Nobody's going to get one question right.
Occasionally you get like that woman who's really into sports because she just wanted to be one of those girls, or she's from a town that's like a big sports town. But for the most part, they're all intellectuals. They don't know anything about sports. Yeah, true.
Yeah, so it's a throwaway category. So I think you can even come up with these answers to some sports questions that were on Jeopardy.
Oh my God.
And
me?
you know nothing about sports.
Nothing. I could spell the word sports. That's as far as it goes.
You know bike racing, and that's all you know.
That's it, yeah.
And you say tennis, which I've never seen you play, but you say you know tennis.
Yes.
So nobody got these questions right. I think you're going to get them right.
Okay.
In this sport, the bucket is 10 feet off the ground.
The bucket
is 10 feet off the ground.
Do they call a basketball net a bucket?
There you go. Basketball.
Wow, look at me.
Yeah. The NCAA trademarked this phrase for springtime basketball.
March Madness?
Very good.
Wow, look at me. Holy crap. Well, who's invading my body?
See, I saw these and I went, you know what? I think Cooper can actually get these.
You didn't give me these answers. I want people to know that I'm literally coming up with these out of my own little brain, my own non-sports brain.
Your non-sports brain. I didn't give you the answers, and I'm not even giving you a choice of 4. I'm just giving you the question.
That's right.
The logo, and you didn't say the form of a question, so you got those wrong anyway. So.
Oh, you didn't tell me I have to answer like that?
It's Jeopardy. What do you expect?
Oh, all right. Fine.
The logo of this sports drink is a capital G with a lightning bolt in it.
Oh, what is Gatorade? But we drink Gatorade. That's not a sports question. That's a drinking question.
Born on the 24th of July, this San Francisco Giants home run king was born on July 24th, 1964.
Who is, I don't know, Babe Ruth?
No.
I don't know. No, Babe Ruth was born probably in the 20s. I have no idea.
Barry Bonds. I didn't think you'd get that. This name won a 1966 contest in New Orleans for the city's new NFL team.
What is Jazz?
I'll give you 4 choices.
Oh, all right.
The Po Boys, the Panthers, the Jaguars, the Saints.
Well, I know it's not the Panthers because that's your team.
Right. That's the only one I thought you would say.
It can't be the Po Boys because that's stupid. So it's either the Jaguars or the Saints. I'm going to go with the Saints.
Very good.
What is the Saints?
That is the Saints. On July 9th, 2011, this shortstop became the first player to reach 3,000 career hits as a Yankee.
Oh my God, how am I supposed to know that?
It's a Yankee, the first player ever to reach 3,000 career hits.
Who is Derek Jeter?
Very good.
Oh my God, that was just it's the only Yankee I knew.
I figured you would get that.
These questions hurt my brain. Can we be done with sports now?
I'm giving you the easy ones. The first event annually in the horse racing Triple Crown.
What is the... I think it's the Preakness.
It is the Kentucky Derby.
Kentucky Derby's before the Preakness?
Yep.
What? Okay, Kentucky Derby, Preakness, then Belmont Stakes.
Despite his nickname, this left fielder in 1919, who played for Chicago Black Sox, didn't usually play barefoot.
Is this who's Babe Ruth?
Shoeless Joe Jackson.
Oh, Shoeless. Oh, right, from the movie. If you build it, they will come.
You know it from a movie. You don't know it from real life. You know it from a fake movie.
I thought it was a fake character. I didn't realize it was a real person. Okay.
Okay. The University of Miami named its sports team after them.
Who are the Dolphins?
The Hurricanes. University of Miami. That would be...
Oh, well, I was thinking, like, what's there? Dolphins are there. Fish. The turtles.
Yes, it's the Miami Turtles.
The Miami. What is the Miami Sound Machine?
That would be correct. This Texas NFL team won 3 Super Bowls in the 1990s.
Oh, I don't know. My brain already hurts.
This Texas NFL team.
I don't know. Longhorns.
You want to be their cheerleader.
Oh, the Dallas Cowboys. Oh, the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. Yes. Well, I know the cheerleaders. I don't know the actual football.
Yes, there's an actual football team.
All right. Well, nobody told me.
That goes with that name. Okay. The Jaguars. What city are they in?
Utah.
Yes, Jacksonville, Utah would be correct.
Really?
No, it's
Florida.
Florida, yeah.
Okay.
All right, last but not least, baseball players know the infield is shaped like this gem.
A diamond. What is a diamond?
What is a diamond? Very good.
Fine. That really hurt my brain. I have to go lay down.
A journey back in time. The Cooper and Anthony Show.
Boy, that takes me back.
Now, Erica, what's something you did as a kid that totally disgusts you now?
Well, when I was little, I went into the bathroom. My sister was being potty trained. Mm-hmm. She had her own little potty, and according to my mom, she was in her room playing on a keyboard, and she looked at my sister and said, "Emily, what's that smell?" And she goes, "Did you poop your pants?" And Emily goes, "No, Mommy," and pointing to the bathroom, and my mom walked in there, and I was in the bathroom covered in poop, eating it.
No.
Just having a good old time. She said I was belly laughing.
You're kidding.
Nope,
I can't do this.
That's probably the most disgusting thing I've ever done is eat my sister's poop.
Wow. Beat that one.
Okay. Yeah, beat that. I wish we were giving away a prize
Erica.
or something.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, that's
doesn't get
gross.
Doesn't get any grosser than that.
That's the grossest one.
That makes your fluffer or whatever.
No, the raw meat.
I thought the fluffer nutter was gross.
I thought the raw ground beef was bad.
Oh, no, that's worse.
No, that's
good on you, Erica.
Party.
That's good. You totally grossed Anthony out. That's hard to do because he's pretty disgusting. Now, Michael, what did you do as a kid that totally disgusts you now?
Well, since I've gotten older, and this is really going to freak out the germaphobes, candy necklaces.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they were disgusting, full of germs, and we'd sit there and eat them all day.
Yeah, we'd put them around our neck, and we'd go play out in the yard and get sweaty and get in the mud and get into everything else, and then just pop it in our mouth.
Right? Oh, yeah, that was gross. That was gross. Boy, we were stupid as kids.
I know, right?
But that's kids for you. They don't think about that kind of stuff. Mud, who cares? Just it's adding a little protein to the candy necklace.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he just reminded me. Remember the Fun Dip? A sugar stick and a pack of sugar?
See, and my kids still now eat that. And what it is, it's solid sugar shaped as a stick.
Right.
And you dip it.
You lick it.
You lick it, and then you put it into more sugar.
Right.
And then you stick it in your mouth. And then you take a pixie stick, and you open that, and you put that in your mouth, too. and it's like 3 different types of sugar all in the kids at one time.
Oh, it's so gross.
Then chase it with Pop Rocks.
Right.
Right.
and then my kids go, "You want a bite?" No. Because I just feel my teeth going.
Right.
You just feel them rotting in your head.
Right.
After all those hours at the gym, Anthony.
Yeah, I know.
Now, Mary, what's something you did as a kid that really grosses you out now?
I used to go into the kitchen and sneak into the refrigerator and drink the condensed milk that I bake with.
Oh, yuck. But as a kid, that's delicious.
Oh, it was great. And then I have a son right now, and when he was probably 2 and 3 years old, he liked to eat on baby wipes and just suck on them all the time. And it's like, oh, my God, it's pure alcohol.
And when he gets older, he'll call into a radio show and say, I used to eat baby wipes.
Yeah.
That's hysterical. See, there's stuff that we did as kids that it made perfect sense at 4 years old.
Mm-hmm.
But then now, Selena, you can relate to when I used to eat the raw beef, right?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Because what did you do as a kid?
Well, I would eat raw bacon.
Oh, no.
Oh, my mom would be cooking it, and she'd tell me to get it out of the refrigerator. I would get it out of the refrigerator and bring it over to her, and when she'd turn her back, I'd stick it in my mouth.
And start chomping on it, right, before it was even cooked.
Yes, I could eat 2 or 3 slices at a time, and oh, it was so good.
What was wrong with us? What was wrong with us? Why did we do that?
It's probably healthier, though, before all the grease got into it, right? When it's
Oh,
cooking.
probably so, if you don't account for the other gross stuff. Oh.
I don't think uncooked meat is good for you, but yet we used to do that. We were crazy.
Yeah, uncooked pork products, especially.
Probably not the best.
Trichinosis.
Right.
Yeah. Don't try this at home, folks.
Thank you, Selena. That's hysterical. Now, Annie, what's something that as a kid, your parents fed you, and now you're just like, ew, gross?
Well, all of these have to be the most terrible things I've heard in my whole entire life.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
I was a child. I grew up on a farm, and on butchering day, we always had cow tongue sandwiches.
Well, let me tell you something. My grandfather used to eat tongue sandwiches, and I didn't know that tongue meant an actual tongue. Wow. I had no idea. I thought it was like a name for it, like just some cute little name for something, like, potpourri is, flour, dried flour stuff. It was actual tongue.
An animal that doesn't brush its teeth or anything, and then just putting that between a slab of that between 2 slices of bread with some mayonnaise, and it just totally gross.
What did it taste like?
I really don't remember. It must have been good, though, because we just thought it was the bomb.
Right. Cow tongue sandwiches.
Absolutely.
And again, at the time, very reasonable.
Absolutely.
See, Chad, that's not mixing.
Well,
though.
even today, like when my in-laws, they have cattle, they brand the cattle, and one of the things they do is they do the little snip
of the tongue.
No, of the boys.
The boys, yeah.
And they'll take the boys and right over the branding fire, cook them up and eat them.
No way.
Yeah. Yep.
Have you ever had tongue sandwich?
No.
It's not mixing, though.
It's just gross.
It's just gross, yeah. Now, Jenny, what's something that you did as a kid that just really grosses you out now?
We used to eat tar off the street. We would take the hot tar, we would kind of melt, and we would chew on it, and then pretend to smoke cigarette butts that would find on the street.
Oh, my God. Are you
Come
serious?
on, Anthony, I'm from Chicago. You must have done the same thing.
No, I never ate tar on the street.
That's hysterical.
But
That
now
is
you're talking
hysterical.
about the cow thing. My mother used to eat cow brains and scrambled eggs.
Oh, man.
Oxtail soup, cow stomach. Oh, yeah.
Oh, where'd you grow up?
Chicago.
Oh, well, there
Yeah.
you go. Anthony.
Yeah.
Anthony, you must have eaten like that.
But when you think back now, your parents and grandparents made you eat liver. Did you ever have that? Where they
I would
made
love
you
peanut butter and jelly sandwiches on Liver Day.
Oh, that's good. Oh, phew.
Was it castor oil or cod liver oil?
I don't know.
It was cod liver oil. It was so gross. It was like some sort of medicine that they thought was good for you. And it turned the spoon. It like stained the spoon. It was so strong.
Well, Jenny's diet consisted of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and tar.
And tar.
And
tar.
I have a great set of jaws right now.
I'll bet you do. Your teeth must be in great shape.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Jenny. That's hysterical. Now, Ken, what's something that you did as a kid that totally grosses you out now?
You're not even going to believe it.
What? You think you can surprise me at this point?
Chocolate.
Wait, chocolate grosses you out?
You think chocolate is gross?
I can't even stand to smell it.
You're kidding.
Yeah, when I was little, I could shove it in with both hands.
That's because he can't kill it first and then eat it.
That's right.
That ain't got nothing to do with it. No, I mean seriously, I don't even as big as I am, I eat no sweets whatsoever.
Wait, were you tortured by a Hershey bar? Who doesn't eat chocolate?
No, I got to thinking about it a while back.
Something bad happened to you on Halloween?
That's what happened.
No, it wasn't Halloween. It was Easter.
Oh, okay.
I got a great old big chocolate bunny, and I sit down and eat every bit of it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a solid bunny, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It traumatized you for life.
No, I got every bit of the sick that went with it.
Oh, God.
And that rabbit. That too. That too. But I peeped till I don't remember seeing, I thought my toenails coming up one time.
Oh, God,
and
Ken.
I don't even like to be in the same room with chocolate now.
That's interesting.
When the little girl was, 3 or 4 years old, she was eating M&M's one day, and I thought I'd get the bright idea to try to
You're
eat.
kidding.
We found Ken Kryptonite.
I know, Ken Kryptonite is chocolate. Who knew?
Well, she handed me one, and I looked at it, and I started to put it in my mouth, and just as I got it to my mouth, she looked at me like I said, she wasn't 4, maybe 5 years old. She said, "You're not going to like that." And she wasn't lying.
Oh, no. Wow, so Ken, Chad's kryptonite is ketchup, and Ken's kryptonite is chocolate.
And Wind Beneath My Wings.
Right, that's true. Yeah, Chad doesn't like that either.
Yeah.
Wish we should definitely, you got to cue that up. It's been a while since we heard that little ditty.
Yeah, I want to go home early tonight, so go ahead and play that.
Now, Cindy.
Yeah.
Now, you know what we're talking about here, right? There's stuff that you did as a kid that now is just gross.
Right.
Like what?
I picked my nose and ate my boogers. And I was the last child, and so they used to make fun of me, and so I would try to hide it, and I actually thought it was good.
Oh. Anthony just fell over.
I'm so over this conversation. I've had it with the tar, with the poop, with the boogers. I've had it. I'm done.
Kids are gross.
Yeah, kids
You've
are gross.
got 2 of them. You should know.
Yeah.
The tongue sandwiches. I'm done.
Come on, everyone picked their nose as kids. We don't act surprised, Anthony.
Oh, come on.
All of a sudden, you're so Puritan. And you have 2 young children.
Cindy, do you still do it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Of course not.
I had to make sure. I don't know.
No, of course she doesn't still do it. Do you?
No.
Okay.
Did you ever think about it, Cindy?
No, I use a tissue now. Thank God.
Wow.
Thank you, Cindy. Now, Sue, when you were a kid, what did you used to eat that now totally grosses you out?
Spam.
Oh, your parents fed you Spam when you were a kid?
Oh, we had so many different ways of cooking Spam. Sometimes she would score it with, like you would do a ham, and put cloves on it, and then like a mustardy sauce on it.
Right.
Or else she would grind it all up and mix it with a pound of cheese, a can of tomato soup, and the squished up Spam, and serve it on hot dog buns. And we would have that. She'd bring that for Sunday for church.
Oh, wow.
Oh, boy, I bet you they loved that at church.
Well, they didn't know what it was. Everyone goes, "Oh, it's so good, it's so good," until they heard what it was.
Oh, no.
To this day, and you were talking about the cow tongue sandwiches.
I bet that's what it tastes like is Spam.
No, it does. I just had a cow tongue sandwich on Saturday.
And what does it taste like?
It tastes like a tongue.
It does? I'm not quite sure what a tongue tastes like.
It has a very good flavor, but you taste the texture more than you do the meat.
Oh, interesting.
So it's like when you chew on your tongue, like if you just bite on it, that's what it tastes like.
Oh.
Interesting. So, but I picture it to taste like bologna.
No, it kind of has a very similar flavor.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good.
So people eat it. See, I'm going to bring it in. I want you guys to try it and tell me
It
what you
ain't
think.
going to happen.
Why?
No.
You eat everything. I've seen some of the stuff you eat.
Sarah, please make it something pretty.
Yes, Sarah, please help us out
Make
here.
it flowers or something.
No, actually. When I was little, I used to get in the fridge and eat the raw butter and raw eggs
You did? See, and that's the kind of thing. I ate the raw meat. You ate the raw butter. Like, and our parents never stopped us.
Well, actually, they didn't know about it. I used to get punished for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, we lived in Michigan, and up there, like, dairy stuff is, like, way pricey.
Uh-huh.
And,
it's like gold.
Also, when I was young, I used to hide beneath the kitchen table and wait till my mom and my dad left for work or something. And I would get up on the table and I would drink their cold coffee.
Oh, really?
I started young, man. And also, I used to eat mud pies.
Oh, you did? You were one of those kids? You were mud pie kids. See, I hung out with kids that ate mud pies. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you. Now, April.
Yes.
Now, mud pies, that's kind of, kids ate that. And then, our friend called earlier and said that she ate the tar off the street. That's kind of a little gross.
Uh-huh.
But what did you eat as a kid that's just completely grosses you out now?
I used to go with my very best girlfriend. We were in 4th grade, and we could never eat gum because we had braces.
Uh-huh.
So when we would go outside and play and walk on the street, we would see chewed up gum stuck to the ground, and if it was fresh enough, we would pick it up and eat it. And it was a great day in our lives if we got watermelon Hubba Bubba. That was like it. It was so disgusting.
It was so disgusting.
And she's still my best friend to this day, and we still talk about how we used to do that and how we have children now, and if our child picks up like a goldfish on the ground, I'm like, throw it away. It's dirty.
Now, April, what was it? Because that's just, the way we used to eat stuff that fell on the floor no matter what. What was it? Why do kids do that?
I have no idea. I think I have 3 kids, so I think mine are afraid the other one's going to get it. They get an extra piece of M&M or something, so they're like right there to eat it quickly. So I don't know. And the other thing I used to do was I used to eat worms.
You ate worms?
I used to eat worms. I used to hang out with all boys. I was a little tomboy, all boys in my neighborhood, and they would dare me to do it. And I'd say, okay. And I'd dig up and I'd eat the worms.
That's hardcore.
I don't even hold a worm now.
They're a lot better for you than raw bacon.
That's true.
That's true. That's true. Anyway, it's pretty disgusting.
But that's hardcore,
Wow.
April.
Yeah.
Wow, eating worms.
As kids, we have no concept of germs.
No, I guess not. That's what it must be.
Okay, gum off the ground or a worm?
Gum off the ground.
Worm.
Well, you're boys.
Yeah.
I'm going for
You're going to gum.
I'm going for the watermelon Hubba Bubba.
But you don't know where the watermelon Hubba Bubba been.
Right.
Well, you don't know where the worm's been.
I bet a lot cleaner places than some watermelon Hubba Bubba places.
No, but I know what gum tastes like, and I know what to do with gum. I wouldn't even know what to do with a worm in my mouth. It would be gross. Not that the gum off the street isn't gross.
It's just like a French fry.
It's nothing like a French fry.
It is
Chad, you wouldn't. It's got to
not
be
mixing.
That's got to be against Chattitarianism somehow.
As long as you don't dip the worm in ketchup, it's not mixing.
Okay. So raw worm, kind of like sushi.
Yes.
Right. Now, Caleb, how are you?
Oh, I'm good. How are you?
Now, what did you do as a kid that just really grosses you out now?
Well, I'd pull up the couch cushions there on the sofa, and I'd gather up all the hair that was under there and then chew on it.
Chew on it?
Wow.
What? That's so random.
I have no idea why I did that.
Wow.
And did your parents know that you did this?
My mom would catch me sometimes, and she the way she got me to stop was she told me that they'd have to open me up and pull a hairball.
Oh, no. Like the cat.
Yeah, because I couldn't do what the cat did to get rid of it.
That one's hysterical. Hair and couch cushions.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a new one. See, thank you, Caleb.
Most kids ate cookies after school. Not Caleb.
No.
He wants a nice hairball snack.
Because you never know if cookies going to be available. There's always hairballs available.
Wow.
So what did you do as a kid that totally disgusts you now? 877-6-Cooper. Hey, Janet.
Hi. I've seen my kids do it lately, and I remember it as a kid, but our dog used to jump on top of us and get us laughing, and we'd let it lick the inside of our mouth.
Oh, yeah!
Up our nostrils. And, and I see my kids do it after the dogs are out licking themselves and eating dead animals. And it just makes me cringe.
It's so gross.
Oh, it's so gross. And then they pick the ticks off our dogs and they smash them with hammers.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, but you're right, because I had dogs growing up, too, and they would lick the inside of our mouths. We thought nothing of it. We never thought, where was the tongue previously?
No, the more you let them lick it, the more you laugh, the more they'd get way in there and lick everything in your mouth.
Yeah, it's so gross now.
Yeah.
Thank you, Janet. Thank you. Yeah, and that's the whole idea that, as a kid, very reasonable. Now,
no problem.
Disgusting. Disgusting. Andrea, what is so gross to you now that you did as a kid?
This may not be gross to you, but hot dogs.
Just in general, like even cooked.
Oh, yeah.
Because now we know it's in them.
Yeah, and people that say, oh, I eat beef hot dogs. It's the same thing as a pig hot dog. It's any part of a cow or
right.
A pig, any part of a pig. So which one's worse?
I never thought about that because I did eat I'm a vegetarian now, but I did eat hot dogs as a kid. And yuck.
No, I'd rather a dog lick the inside of my mouth.
Yeah, of all the things that we've heard tonight, I think I'd rather the dog more than anything else.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Other than
definitely.
the hot dog?
Andrea agrees.
Yeah. They say a dog's not very dirty.
Yeah, but a hot dog's not dirty.
You know what's inside a hot dog?
Good things that I like.
No.
Yes.
Rat tails.
I like rat tails. Then.
You do?
Yes. Chad will agree with me as soon as he gets off the phone. Rat tails are good for you.
Oh, they are?
Yes.
Protein.
Exactly.
Lots of it.
We love the hot dog.
Now, Becky, what did your sister do as a kid that just absolutely grosses you out now when you think about it?
She used to pull her feet up and chew the toenails off of her toes and eat them.
Oh, no! Oh, gross!
Yeah.
That's so disgusting!
And why is it, though, that toenail chewing is so much grosser than fingernail chewing?
Because it's on the feet.
Yeah.
It's on the feet. You have socks and shoes. It gets sweaty and gross.
Well,
right.
Your
and
hands are touching
wash 'em.
gross things, too, though.
No, but you have but you can wash your hands. You don't tend to wash your feet as many times as over the course of the day.
I never had that problem. I can't even see my feet, let alone chew the toenails
That's
off them.
true. Yeah, that's a very good point over there. But there's all that toe gunk,
Right.
Yeah, the smell that goes with it.
You know,
it's just,
you go outside and you play without shoes on. It didn't matter.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah.
Brought him right in her mouth.
All right,
That's
Becky.
right.
Becky, gum off the street, Hubba Bubba, watermelon Hubba Bubba, or a worm?
I'd have to go with the worm, probably.
Really?
Yeah.
How come? Why the worm?
Well, typically it's like been in water, and it's something you could just put down and be gone and not really like chew on.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
You could slop it right down like a
That's
goldfish.
right. Yeah, you're not going to have a whole lot of taste with it, hopefully.
I'm going for the ABC gum.
Oh, no.
That's what we used to call it. Want some ABC gum?
Yeah, already been chewed.
Pass it from person to person, yeah.
Oh, that's gross.
Thank you, Becky.
Anthony and I are both queasy now.
You are. Well, I'm just, for those of you that want to lose weight, this is that's the whole modus operandi here. I'm actually, everybody who's on a diet should be listening to this show.
Podcast
because you will not want to eat.
And listen to it all day tomorrow at lunch and dinner time.
Yeah, you'll never eat again.
It's a dietary tactic that we're doing here. Now, Ann, what did you do as a kid that just is really disgusting to you now?
My sister and I used to go out at night, and we would catch fireflies, and then we'd pinch off their tail, the little part that lit, and put them on our fingernails to make really cute fingernail decorations.
Oh, it's gross now when you think about it.
It'd be animal cruelty now.
Yeah, I guess now it would be, right.
Back then it was cute.
And now PETA would come and spray paint you.
That's right. I'd probably spray paint myself.
Right. You know what? I know kids that used to do stuff like that, and you never think about that now, yuck.
Yeah, or we'd tie like two cats' tails together and throw them over a clothesline and watch them fight.
No, you did not.
Just cruel.
Wow. Well, you were a tough kid.
We lived in the country. What can I say?
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
A lot of free time.
Thank you, Ann. Thank you. Must you with the sound effects and the cat.
And as a public service, we've done our quota of poo calls, so there's no more need for poo calls.
Okay.
Yeah, the last 3 calls have been poo calls.
Yeah.
I think after the first one, we fulfilled our quota.
Yes.
For the year.
You're right.
Yeah, for the year. The number, by the way, is 877-6-Cooper. 877-6-Cooper. Just no poo calls.
Right.
Hi, Jerry.
Hi, Cooper. How you doing?
I'm good. Now, what did you do as a kid that's just really gross now?
Well, it wasn't me who did this, but when I was in 6th grade, we had a friend of ours that we bet him that he wouldn't eat a fly. Well, he walked around and he ate dead flies off the windowsills.
Oh, that's gross. That's a good one, because that is something that as a kid they did, and now that's disgusting.
Well, we had a bet going. We had to give him $5, but I think he ate like 10 flies or something like that off the windowsill.
Oh God! So how much per fly?
I don't know. Just all together, I think it's $5 you got out of it. But.
Oh God! I hope it was worth it.
Yeah, it's the $5 you didn't have before then, though.
Yeah, that's true. I guess so. All I had to do was eat flies.
Exactly.
How hard is that?
Some people got to work a whole hour for that.
That's right. Frogs do it all the time.
Exactly.
What are you, better than a frog?
No.
Oh, there you go. Now, Russell, what's something that you did as a kid that just now, when you think about it, you're just like, yuck?
Okay, we used to eat that sour grass that grows out in the yard.
You did?
And I look at that now, like people walking all over the grass. But when we was a kid, that was like a little delicacy in my neighborhood.
Well, you actually used to eat the grass, like suck on it, or you actually ate it, like chewed it up?
Ate the grass. It's kind of, I don't know what they call it, but it's kind of like grass. It's got like something that looks like a little banana growing up out of it.
Oh, yeah, like that, like sawgrass or something.
It's kind of like sour grass or something. And it wasn't just me. It was just like all the little kids in our neighborhood used to go around eating that grass.
And you know what's so funny about it is that people pay a lot of money for that wheatgrass juice.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's very expensive. Like, if you wanted to get that made into juice now, it's a fortune.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know that.
You were way ahead of your time, Russell.
All right, Russell. Yeah. Hubba Bubba, watermelon, bubble gum on the street, or a worm?
A worm.
I knew he was going to pick. He eats grass. Of course he's picking the worm. Please, that's an easy one. I knew Russell was going for the worm.
Okay, I just had to know.
What's so easy? Okay, now get your finger on the button. I know you're ready for the Sharon things. You ready, Anthony?
No, just
okay.
I'm done.
Because Sharon, whenever anyone named Sharon calls, Anthony loves. Yeah, Anthony loves to play.
Sharon Ozzy.
Sharon Osbourne.
Sharon!
Yeah.
Right.
He can't get enough of it. So I'm just warning you ahead of time. It's going to be obnoxious for the next couple of minutes.
That's all right.
Now, what's something that your sister did as a kid that just now you think about and it's just gross?
Well, it's really funny because she now has a child and she's a doctor and she's like, we had family reunions or whatever, and she was just real little. But she'd walk around and, like, drink the beer out of the bottom of the glasses and then eat cigarette butts.
Oh, gross.
Oh, wow.
That one's disgusting.
Oh, wow. Should eat the
And I'd eat the worm, definitely.
Oh, you'd eat the worm over the Hubba Bubba on the floor?
Pardon?
You'd eat the worm over the Hubba Bubba, the chewed gum?
Yeah, it can't be any worse than a tequila worm.
I guess that's true. I didn't think of it like that.
I haven't done those in many years, but
that's great. Thank you, Sharon.
Sharon!
Oh, there you go.
Sharon! Sharon, help me out.
Now you're happy. Someone named Sharon called, and you can keep playing that. Okay. Well, Chad Bauer, he's the man in the corner. He's got your DVDs coming out today. We're going to take a break, come back, and do that.